Hello, and welcome to another installment of Morons at First Sight, the unofficial, official Married at First Sight recap podcast, where we discuss the ins and outs of the morons of Married at First Sight. To bring you down this journey, I'm Ricky.
I'm Ari.
And this is Morons at First Sight.
And we're back, bitches.
We're back after, not like anyone cared or anything at all, but what?
Our 12 viewers
Yeah.
gave so many fucks.
Someone's going to see this finally pop back up and they're like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. They didn't die of coronavirus. Okay.
They're still alive.
Yeah.
Cool. I guess I'll give this a watch
Knock
now.
on wood. Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Is
let's
this fake? This is real.
No, this is wood.
This is? Okay.
It's like some kind of plastery wood and definitely looks like wood.
This one's real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wood's been knocked on. But the point is, yes, for everyone wondering out there, where have you been? Why haven't you told us what we should think about Married at First Sight? Well, the thing that happened is a pandemic happened and we were on lockdown and we were not able to see each other for months on end. And we cried in our sleeps.
We haven't seen each other since February.
Well, we've seen each other since February, but not in podcast form.
Well, we saw each other last week.
Yeah.
But that's it. I'm saying... So February, the second month of the year, we reunited again in the 9th month of the year.
No, we saw each other in March.
What do we do in March?
Lindsay's going away party.
Oh, yeah, that was March.
Uh-huh.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
No, that was the end of February.
This is all I think about. But I'm pretty sure it was March.
I thought it was the last week of February. So either way, we haven't not been together in person because we did like Zoom, Elena's birthday and stuff. But we haven't been together in person.
In quite some time.
In like half a year almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. But now we're back. We're
back.
And that sucks that everyone has had to live without us for so long.
It is hard.
But now it is very hard.
Mm-hmm. The good thing is that we're back and... We have a new addition to the podcast. We have Ricky's your look. We have four new co-hosts, and Ricky, if you would like to say their names, they're Ricky's shrimp. I don't know if anyone can see them swimming around in the bowl.
No, not a single person can see them swimming around.
To them, it's just microscopic.
To them, it just looks like a shitty snow globe on the table.
Yeah, there's a snow globe with a twig. Yeah. So. Ricky, can you introduce them? These are your shrimp.
They're four little shrimp in a self-sustaining ecosystem, all named after the members of the Fantastic Four. Mm-hmm. Johnny, Sue, Ben, Reed.
Yeah.
There we go. I totally forgot it for a little bit. But yeah, I got that along. I was
going to be like Jessica Alba, Freddie Prinze Jr., Captain America on Fire, and Boulder. Right?
Yes. I get it.
So
there we go.
Them. Oh my God, hi. Okay, anyway, we should start.
All right, so yeah, we've done our catching up. Now you guys know why you've been...
Do you want to tell anyone what you've been up to during the pandemic?
School.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
School. How about you?
Just working. Just being a frontliner in this pandemic.
That was quite an exciting update we just gave them.
And back to the shrimp. No, I'm just kidding.
What have you done? All right, so we are recapping where we left off recently on season 7, episode 14. So we are recapping season 7, episode 15 today. And I gotta tell you, I forgot a lot of what happened until I've never been so grateful for those recaps at the very beginning of the episode until this time.
So I've always just fast forwarded through them. This
is the first time you watched it?
Yes,
I had to. Because like me, we both watched it fresh before we recorded episodes, so we never knew what was happening. So ourselves, we were not neglected, but we were what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, shit.
Sorry.
We are deprived. That's what it was called, deprived.
Mm-hmm.
We were both deprived of Married at First Sight, so we had no idea. We couldn't record it not watching. We couldn't watch it not record.
We couldn't skip ahead. Yeah. Right, because we have to know. We have to not know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we have to be in the moment and realize what's going on.
One of the things that shocked me is that Dave's name is not Mike. I thought for sure for this past 6 months that it was Amber and Mike.
And it's true because you texted me and you're like, You're like, his name's Mike. I was like, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And I couldn't refute that at all.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how qualified we are to talk about this anymore because so much time has passed. No, but we're going to give it our best.
That is just how boring Dave is. So anyway, let's get into the episode.
All right, yeah. Season 7, episode 15.
Yep.
What did you... Well, give me a rundown of what happened in the episode.
So basically it was their mini honeymoons or whatever. They're like 7-week later honeymoons before decision making. Decision making is next week where they decide, are they going to stay married or divorce, aka get an annulment. So this is just their mini honeymoons. I guess Tristan and Mia were in Austin, Texas. Bobby and Danielle were in something called like Rock, Texas. Like camping, fishing, Texas. And then Amber and Dave were in like wine country, Texas.
Right.
I don't remember the exact location.
And before we can continue, I wrote this down because I thought, like, how bullshit a second honeymoon is. All it is, what I think it is a reason for all the therapists to save face and finally be like, no, you guys are going to be together and we're going to finally have something successful on this goddamn show.
On the show, right.
You guys fucking love each other now. Take the second honeymoon.
Well, it's essentially putting them in another environment where they're not in reality.
Ooh, that's a very good way to put it, yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like they don't have to deal with the everyday problems. They can just focus on each other. Because when you're on a vacation, you aren't necessarily thinking of your bills, your work, your day-to-day. You don't have that stress bogging you down. You're in a bubble. So I think that that's why they do that. They put them in that bubble again to be like, remember how we like actually don't hate each other? And then it's decision time, you know? So they're like, oh my God, what? So they're like in a dream before decision time. That's, right. I guess, my opinion on maybe.
That's a very good rundown of what that actually is.
Yeah.
Yes, they're all on their second honeymoons. Okay, and you mentioned who are... I'm still trying to remember how we went about this. Okay, we would start with a certain couple. Yeah.
Yeah, typically Mia and Tristan, I believe.
All right. Well, I mean, why not just start with me and Tristan then?
Yeah.
Because previously on the episode beforehand, if you watch our last episode, you'll know exactly how well we remember it.
6 months ago. Yeah.
Mia had just gotten up out of bed and said, I want a divorce, and walked out on them and stuff.
They got into a fight in the car, and she was like, at 1 a.m., woke up and was like, I want a divorce.
And then he was like, I don't trust you.
Yeah, well, yeah. That's not when he yelled that, but essentially, yes. So now she returned to the hotel and was like, I only did that because, like, I'm scared you don't want to keep being married to me. So I was like, oh, why don't I just do that?
Which is a cop-out because you're using your marriage as a weapon.
Which is a horrible thing to do.
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
Who the fuck wants to, be scared of, oh, God, is this the time I'm going to get divorced? Like, every time it's like, you left the butter out of the table again. I want a divorce. Oh, God.
Right.
No.
Oh, my God, is my partner going to abandon me? Is this the problem that makes him abandon me? Nobody wants to be thinking that. Of course not.
Exactly.
So that's what she did. And then one of the notes I wrote is just that, they always have, these huge blowout fights. And then they, to the point where, one of them leaves for the night, says they want a divorce. That's major. And then they come back and they're like, yeah, okay, but do you still want to be married to me? Yeah, I'm in this. And then they're, happy.
That's what I kind of wrote something similar. Is they completely just glossed over the whole divorce talk. They're they're sitting there on the couch. Tristan has his feet on top of Mia's legs and just hey, we good? Yeah, we're good.
Great.
We good, babe? Yeah, babe, we're good. Cool. All right, cool, sweet.
Babe. Yeah.
Yeah, babe, we're good. Yeah, all right, we're good. Sorry about the divorce. Oh, it's cool, babe.
It's all good, babe.
It's all good, babe.
Which I didn't like, well, obviously nobody likes, but, that's, I feel how resentment is born. And even when they were at dinner, she was like, oh, things happen and we just keep, laughing it off.
Which I will say, I even wrote this down, as much as I like to hate on the two of them, when they're good, they're kind of good.
Yeah, they're cute.
Yeah, like with them laughing and everything at dinner, I was like, wow, if they could just keep pulling that energy, they might actually survive and make it.
But the problem is, if they have issues.
it's just all out the window.
And it's a fucking wrap.
It's just like, they'll be like, hey, how about instead of talking about this, we just argue at each other and just try and get our own points across without trying to listen to each other and then, communicate.
Well, he yells, and then she sits there quietly, and then she thinks about it, and a little bit later is like, fuck this, and like leaves, because she never verbalized anything. They didn't have a discussion. And obviously it's just a breakdown in communication between the both of them.
Right.
And that's an issue.
And yeah, it's an issue. I guess there's not. But I will say it was kind of hilarious. Like when I think the two of them want to avoid talking about it and just keep on being good and stuff. And so they went to a picnic and they had this ridiculously huge basket full of way too much food that none of them would ever finish with.
I do want to say, in this basket, there were multiple bagels. I did not see any cream cheese. There was apples.
A muffin.
And grapes, a muffin, and a croissant. None of those go together. I mean...
Wait, are you telling me...
Just an apple.
You've never had a bagel, grape, banana sandwich?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
see, I haven't. And there was a banana.
C'est la vie?
Did you see how he ate that banana?
I don't concentrate on how people eat a banana, but
Ricky,
tell me.
You even mentioned it in our last episode.
Did
I?
You
were like, in the commercial, that banana. So I took note and I looked. I wrote, I feel like Tristan could have eaten that banana a lot differently.
Did I really say something last time?
Yes. You have to go back or put an image in here, something.
I'll put a little recap
banana,
thing.
It's as if he's just biting into the banana with the skin on. There's skin on it and a giant
Oh my
bite
God,
in
you're
it.
right.
Yeah. Remember?
I do remember the image of that. Now I do remember saying something.
And it's like, who eats a banana? It was so bizarre. I had issues with that picnic.
Yeah, but one thing that was like, I feel like they just wanted to enjoy their picnic, but the producers of the show would be like, hey, can you guys talk about your issues really quick? Because they started talking about their issues, but it looks so forced and uncomfortable.
Right.
It's just like, so, like this shit. And then Mio's just like, look, a goose. Let's go over there. Just trying to completely distract themselves.
She was like, it looks so pretty over there. Or no, she goes, it's so pretty. And he goes, how do you know? And she goes, I'm looking at it. I was like, oh.
I think the editors are really trying to sell us on the story that they're stupid.
Which is true. I mean, I think also, like, here's my opinion too. Like, that picnic basket, I don't think that they made that. I don't think when they go on their honeymoon, mini honeymoon, I don't think that they choose a restaurant. I don't think they sit together and Yelp, oh, do you want Mexican food tonight? Do you want Italian? What do you...
Oh, it's all planned for them.
Yes, they just show up. So that's another way of them just being in this fake-ass dream that isn't reality. Because even little compromises, and those are things that make you grow close to someone too. Not like, oh, everything's a fucking set-up board game and I just go through it. Like, okay, I want Mexican, you want Italian food, right? And you're like... And I don't verbalize. You're like, oh, I've been wanting pizza all day. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's get pizza. Those are things that are kind of like, okay, we're working together. Like, obviously I care for you because I'm willing to not get fucking nachos. However small that is, right? Little life things and looking up restaurants and be like, ooh, that looks good. Ooh, let's walk down this street. We could take this path because it's fun. Like, I don't know. Those are the things I think that really make friendship bond and stuff. And I just think that they're missing a lot of that stuff.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
I don't have much to add on to it because it was very just... That was a nail.
Yeah.
In the head. But one last thing I want to say about them is just I think it's hilarious the kind of commentary they sell, the editors will sell on you. Is there's one part where Mia says, I'm a work in progress, and Tristan says, I agree. And then it just cuts to Mia's face and she goes... Which I don't know if that was beef between them or not, but the editors sure did their damnedest to make it look like it was.
Right.
And
they always cut things. And then remember that sound that's like it sounds like that.
The really just like eerie noise just to add tension to it. It's like, oh, that sound makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm going to associate that discomfort with this interaction here.
And like you see their face and it'll be like Like, if we sat down, I was like, Ricky, and you're like, Ari, and which, by the way, my sister's cat, her meow is exactly that noise. And we'll be on the phone talking, and I hear it, and I'm like, dude, I'm thinking of those drama shows. Like,
or you start looking around, or you start misreading the conversation. Where's the tension?
I start for no reason going, and going, wow.
So that's what you meant.
Yeah. Oh, okay. My sister's like, wait, what? What? Yeah. Do you want to move on to Bobby and Danielle?
Oh, I'll move on to Bobby and Danielle.
Oh, he'll move on. Okay.
Which, as we've gone over before, we've mentioned that what happened, what was it, last episode?
Bobby told Danielle that he loves her, and Danielle not saying anything.
Which was a big theme of the episode preceding this one. And then she wrote him a letter that said, I love you, but I'm not going to say I love you, but here's my feelings.
The letter was like, you're great.
Yeah.
Super want you in my life. Like, yeah. So it's kind of been a theme, and I think we felt that theme again throughout this episode.
And that's what all my notes are heavily on.
Let's give me some notes. Let's
hear
it.
The episode between them starts off with Bobby making Danielle cinnamon rolls.
I want to say those were Pillsbury cinnamon rolls from the can or whatever. That being said, fine. Those are good. No problem. Mm-hmm. They made a huge deal. I'm saying 5 minutes of being like, Bobby's making me cinnamon rolls because he knows cinnamon rolls are my favorite. Bobby being like, I've got to get Danielle cinnamon rolls. Like, I love her, and if she wants cinnamon rolls, I will make the cinnamon rolls. And then they pull out some Pillsbury shit, and I'm like, I'm sorry, like, that's nice. Don't get me wrong, but the build up,
they really made it seem like he was hand making them.
Yeah, I thought he was rolling out some fucking dough, just like she didn't even finish it too. He ate all his cinnamon rolls on his plate. I don't know if you noticed this. Why did I notice it? And hers, she only ate half of one cinnamon roll. I'm like, she probably had nervous diarrhea because they were going fishing and she was afraid about it. But
I like that's what you picked up on was just nervous diarrhea. I can relate.
I think all of America can relate to nervous diarrhea.
I don't think I've ever had nervous diarrhea.
Ricky.
Nervous diarrhea, add it to the highlight reel.
Anyone watching this, comment below if you've had nervous diarrhea.
Let us know if you've had nervous diarrhea. If our conversation right now gives you nervous diarrhea.
Let us know if you had nervous diarrhea and Bobby made you your favorite breakfast. Would you only eat half as well?
You heard it, folks. But the thing about him making cinnamon rolls was just like, it's such a ploy for him to trying to get her to say, I love you to him.
Everything Bobby did this episode was to try to be like, you love me, right?
Yeah. It's like, ooh, I know she loves cinnamon rolls. Maybe once I make these, she'll fall in love me by association. It's like,
right.
Hey, the only thing that would have made it so much better, it was just if she just like picked up a cinnamon roll and went, I love you. And then the camera cuts to Bobby and him just goes, oh.
And it goes,
yeah.
that noise.
Really sad music.
Yeah, it was. And I think that here's the thing about her not saying I love you, okay? And this is going to be me getting triggered. But she's like, oh, like, we've only known each other 7 weeks. Like, is that enough time to say you love someone? I'm a realist. Bitch, yes. Like, I'm sorry. For 7 weeks, you've been living in his home.
You're seeing each other every single day.
Yes. That's enough time to say that you love someone. Like, it is. I mean, any time is enough time to say you love someone if that's what you feel and you're that person, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you fall in love really fast.
But it's all relative to the situation,
the situation. And even if you're not someone who falls in love fast, if you feel it, you feel it. She's sitting there being like, you know, and I would never tell anyone how to feel, but she's being like, oh, you know, I can't imagine my life without Bobby. I cannot imagine waking up tomorrow and he's not there every day. You love him. it's a pet peeve for me when people are like, I'm a realist. I'm trying to be realistic about this. No, you're shutting your emotions off and lying to yourself to protect yourself. Or because you think this is how you should be. Like, oh, it's only been 7 weeks. Just feel what you feel, you know? That's my
Or
two
she
cents.
doesn't love him and she's just trying to save face for the end of the show.
Yes.
She doesn't want to, maybe she doesn't want to be the kind of person that, like, fell victim to the show, you know, and just is playing the game for the rest of the time, you know.
Right.
And they'll probably say yes that they want to keep marrying because, you know, there's an attraction there strong enough, but then they'll probably end up in divorce.
But she's saying that she can't imagine a day without him. And he's a constant in her life, and that her life has become stable since she's met him. I'm telling you, as a woman, you want a man who provides stability for you and kind of like comfort. Not some clown shit. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, of just, oh, like, he's so cool and hot. Like, no. You want that stability and that comfort. Yeah, like, that's what you want in a husband. Someone who fucking makes you cinnamon rolls and helps budget your eyelashes into your fucking day-to-day.
I forgot all about that. That's right. Yes. She's terrible with money.
And he sat down with her and was like, okay, I guess you have to get your eyelash extensions. Let's figure out how to budget this. Like, that's what you want. And I just think that...
Right.
I think she loves him, you know, but she keeps trying to be like, no, like, I've always been a cold person, or like a quiet person. It's like...
Yeah.
I don't know.
But they went to a pretty sweet mini moon, as they called it, that cabin.
I liked theirs
fishing.
the best.
But while they're on their mini moon, after they're fishing, Bobby was like, kiss the fish. And she's like, no, I'm not doing that. Cut away to the camera interviewing her. And she says, and I'm quoting here, I have it quoted. Ooh. While fishing, Danielle says, I will do anything for my marriage. And then I just thought to myself, except say I love you. Which she's like...
But that's what she's saying. I would do anything for him. Anything to keep him in my life. My life has been stable since I met him. I'll do anything to keep this. And then she's like, but could I really say I love you? You just said it basically with those words to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm predicting she's going to say it next episode.
No. She's not going to say it. No, I don't think so.
For real?
She's too fucking stubborn.
Bro, I think she will next episode for sure. She's going to be like, Bobby, I want to stay with Bobby, and I love you.
Okay, that'd be a good way to close things out. That'd be a good character arc.
I think that's what she'll do. You may.
Well, I did.
You definitely may. But I feel that.
Yeah, I could see that. I still don't think she's going to, though. But I'd like it if she did, just because a part of me has a little bit of heart for Bobby for some reason.
I want Bobby to be loved. Yeah, he deserves. He definitely deserves.
love. I know we thought of him as like the psycho killer who's just gonna like watch you sleep with a knife in his hand, just like you're gonna love me one day. But he ended up being the kind of guy who's just like, oh, you know what? He's not that bad. Maybe I would even let him pamper me if I were, in the same situation.
No, he's really sweet. He's definitely still saying you're gonna love me one day.
Yeah, and
just not in a killer vibe.
And to keep going on this theme of. The whole theme was just Bobby trying to fish out this whole thing.
Fish out. They went fishing.
I hate you so much.
I love that.
But they were at dinner, and then Bobby goes into this whole huge, like, romantic monologue of just like, the love I have for you is like the same. Mom. Yeah, my mom, my brother, my sister. My dad. And you. I love you the same way, except a little bit more. And of course,
he realized, said, I love you more than my family.
I think he said that because he realized, like...
That he was calling her his mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, I love you like my cousin. Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. But I was just like, Bobby, stop. Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, just stop. She hasn't said she loves you.
The balls...
Just stop.
Yeah, like, you already shot the shot. The ball's in her court. Just let her handle the ball.
But you just keep shooting balls in her court. Like, there's just, like,
20
balls in her court.
She's just drowning in balls. And like, I don't know what to do with these balls.
Right. How's she going to put all those balls back in his court?
I don't know. That is the true question. Mm-hmm. How
are those balls going to get back to Bobby?
How will Danielle handle Bobby's balls?
Stay tuned. But no, I agree. It's just him being like, yeah, but remember when I said I love you? Cool, because I love you. And it's like, just stop. Like, you just have to let her.
Like, okay, let's build a fictitious situation right now. Let's imagine that you're on a date with someone, right? And then things are going well. You're going on we're on date 5, right?
Right.
And the person says, I love you, and you're not there yet. And then date 6, hey, remember I told you I loved you on the last date we went? Yeah. What do you feel? I'm not there yet. Okay, next date.
Well, here's where the scenario gets nipped in the bud. Date 5, when he's like, hey, I love you. I confront that. I don't just go, that's great to hear, and then drive home, which is what she's doing. I go, that's great. I'm so happy that you said that. That makes me really happy. I don't think I'm there yet. I care for you. Can't imagine a day without you. All the things that she said, this and that, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not there yet. I think I can get there. So if you could be patient with me, great. You know what I'm saying? Like, whereas she's just like, wow, thanks, Bobby. And then goes to bed. Like, what? I mean, that's why he keeps doing that. Because he has no even, like, clarity as to, like, does she think she could love him?
She did write him the letter.
But the letter was also not clear. The letter was like, oh my God, like, I love that you do everything for me. That's it.
Yeah.
It was, I like that you do everything for me all the time. I think you're great. It wasn't like, I'm on my way there. I'm not an openly emotional person. These are things that have happened in my past that have made me this way, and that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Communication. It's not there. That's why he keeps doing that.
Right. I just wanted to see what your perspective was in that situation if you were thrown into it.
In that situation, if somebody kept saying, I love you after I had explained that to them, it would annoy me, probably. And that's mean, and I hate to say that. But if I don't love them...
And that's not going to make you love someone anymore by reminding them of like, hey, remember that thing I thought?
Right. Well, but that being said, I think you know if you could love someone pretty fast. I do. It's like if I spend 2 days with someone, I'm like, I could love this person in the future, or I don't think I would. Yeah. I personally know that. So, you know, I think she knows that she could love him. I think she does. I think she loves him.
Well, it'll be interesting to find out what happens next episode because... It will. We'll see what happens.
I'm predicting.
All right.
They're going to stay together and she's going to say, I love you.
Any more notes on them? There really wasn't much to the episode other than just the stuff to nitpick and make fun of. There wasn't anything
There's one thing I need to nitpick in a major way.
What? Is it about Bobby and Danielle?
Yeah.
All right.
This is about Bobby, okay? Bobby, okay, is one of those guys who likes to say things like, and this is a quote. You had a quote and I have a quote. His quote was, oh, screw the makeup. Just come out with me. Have fun. Just come fish with me. Screw the makeup. Bobby, number one, she has makeup on right now. Number one. Guys who say... I don't like guys who say that. Oh, like, he goes, you don't have to wear makeup. Screw the makeup. Just come out, have fun with me. Throw on a fucking hat and come out. Bobby, she's wearing makeup, number one. Number two, I'm sorry, but, what?
What?
Just go fuck yourself. Like, what if she wants to wear makeup? Then she can, okay? And it doesn't mean that she's not cool or she can't just have fun and fucking fish with you. Maybe she just wants to contour her face. That's a pet peeve of mine. I don't like that because 99% of the men who say, oh, just don't wear makeup, whatever, they look at pictures of women who are wearing makeup and think that's not makeup because they're fucking dumb. So their idea of, oh, just don't wear makeup is not like, yeah, like come out with your dark circles under your eyes and your acne scars and let that shimmer in the light for me. No. Their idea is fake model shit looking like they're wearing makeup.
Right.
Or looking like they're not, but they have a little bit on. I just feel like I hate that.
You got really triggered.
I don't like that because it's like, don't tell me what to do. Like, also, don't tell me what to do.
I didn't. Okay, here's in my defense of Bobby.
Okay.
Like it's like I think what maybe he's going for is like maybe people have the perception of when you're wearing makeup you're trying to impress someone or you like that. Maybe I think it's like, there's no need to impress me anymore because I'm already impressed. Just kind of
be yourself. Maybe he means be yourself.
Yeah, just be yourself. Exactly. Like
right.
I think maybe that's because I'm kind of in the same boat where like I don't care if someone's wearing makeup or not at all.
Right.
But if they want to, cool. If they don't want to, cool.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they want to, cool. But I don't like Bobby's attitude is like, and a lot of guys have this attitude where they're like, screw the makeup. Like, you don't need that. Like, no. And it's like, dude, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, let her do what she's going to do. And again, she had makeup on there.
Yeah,
she wasn't wearing fucking makeup.
That is actually one thing I did notice. Like, the first thing that cuts to is her, and she's got those long-ass fucking eyelashes.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, or of course you can be like, oh, you don't need makeup when you have eyelash extensions and your eyebrows permanently tattooed on.
You can tattoo eyelash extensions?
No, eyebrows.
Oh. Well, you threw them together.
She has permanent eyebrows and then fake eyelashes. So I guess to me, it's just like, what do you want here? Okay, what do you want? Like, just say be comfortable then. Don't be like, screw the makeup. You know what I'm saying? Like, when she has like a Brazilian blowout, fake lashes on, and her eyebrows tattooed on, like, so you like natural?
Has someone said this to you?
Every guy I've ever been involved with is like, you don't have to wear makeup.
So that's where it's stemming from then, because it's happened to you.
Yeah, and shut up, like, because no, we can do it. We can wear it.
Yes, you can. Everyone can do anything they want. But
I just don't like. I think let's think of our language. You know, like you said, be comfortable, be yourself. I love you, natural, fine. But screw the makeup. You don't have to wear. Shut up. I don't like that. Triggered.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
All right, you got that off your chest?
Yeah.
Last nitpick?
Yeah.
All right, we're good to continue now.
And it's nice that Bobby likes Danielle for who she is. Okay, that's all I'll say.
There we go. That's a good way to wrap that up.
Yeah, it's nice.
Okay, so now we can move on to Amber and Dave. Because that was a fucking hilarious shit show what happened between them.
Their whole vacation was absolutely ruined.
It was like teenage angst times like a lot.
Absolutely ruined.
Because Dave is too proud to say what he feels.
See, they're like this. They're like this. Mm-hmm. And their communication style and the way that they think even about things. Like, okay.
What Amber asked him on the balcony was just like...
Not that wild.
It wasn't like... And no. This is Guy's perspective. That wasn't too wild of a question to be like, do you want more time with me? And you can either say, yeah, I think so, or no, I don't.
Yeah, she's asking, where are your feelings with me at?
Yeah. But he's all pissed off because, like, I told you before. Well, fucking suck it up and say it again. Don't be a bitch.
He's like, I told you before. You're making me feel pressured. Blah, blah. Hey, take note. It's a red flag. If you ask someone, hey, like, what are you feeling for me? Where are we at with this? I just want to know. And they feel pressured. Bye.
And feelings can change.
And Amber is someone who needs reassurance. She needs frequent reassurance. And I don't think that's something she keeps a secret. I mean, she makes that known, and she's said it in their therapy sessions before. She's been like, I need reassurance probably every week. And he's like, oh, I don't feel like I should have to do that. Well, she probably doesn't feel like she should have to suck your dick every night. So it's a fucking trade-off, and that's a relationship.
Go marry a random stranger that doesn't need that then. But,
yeah,
it wasn't too... Because literally, all she's like, where are your feelings at? And, like I said, feelings can change, like, week to week. Be like, yeah, last week I was feeling really thing, but, today maybe I'm not feeling as hopeful because... X, Y, and Z, or I'm feeling more hopeful because X, Y, Z.
She's just insecure, excuse me, about the fact that decision day is coming up. She's letting her insecurities play into that.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I don't think she would be asking it on this vacation were that not the case. And I think it's funny, the first night they're there, she's like, oh, let's just focus on why we were matched together and like our compatibilities. And then the next day she's like, so where are your feelings at with me? Like once she's sobered up.
Yeah. By the way, so they were on the balcony and that ended in total awkwardness. They're like, all right, let's just have a fun day. And they got up.
They had 3 dates that day. All 3 were ruined.
But it was just, the best part is they got up and just walked away awkwardly. Mm-hmm. But this is me tipping my hat to the editors because this was a fucking phenomenal. And I haven't, as they're leaving, they're getting up. They had the music in the background. You know, it's all somber and sad to sell what it. But the lyrics for the song were saying, "Just say something."
Who makes these songs? Also,
I don't know,
they're
but
so
I
bad.
thought that was fucking brilliant. There's like, "Just say something." That was totally aimed at Dave. I almost called him David. At just like, dude, just fucking say anything, just to make her like not.
Well, he admitted he was purposely
being a dick.
Yes, he was purposely not reassuring her. Not even. That's why he was like, maybe I don't feel that way anymore, and we can just break up right now. Like,
I like when they're at the vineyard, and David just becomes like. That's where his stubbornness just became. Well, now I gotta deploy a new tactic.
Yeah, and that's where their second date of the day, the middle of the day, is where it rolled into like fuck that. I would like to see behind the scenes of them getting ready together for these dates, being in the hotel, doing everyday things. Are they not talking? I mean, what's happening?
Who knows? But I love like after Amber was just like, if I may,
yeah.
I want to say one thing. David's just like, God fucking damn it, you just already got. He's like, I'm not even having this conversation anymore. And then they are both like, meh, we're sad. And then David's just like, more wine?
Yeah, when he goes, do you like more wine? She goes, yes, I would, thank you.
And it was just the most like juvenile, fake, like
I know
face ever. It's like,
I know.
Like everyone, all the cameramen, and probably just like awkward, kind of just like, they're like, looking around, drawing circles in the dirt.
Yeah. What I will say is that I actually feel really sad for Amber because I feel that she is doing this thing that a lot of women do, which is the whole concern is he going to choose me? Does he want to be with me? What does he want? You know, like, am I good enough for him? Is he going to decide I'm worthy of him staying married to me? She's so focused on these thoughts, moving ahead. Is he going to choose me? Does he want to stay married? She doesn't think, do I fucking want to marry this guy? Like, I don't know that she really sits down and analyzes that because all of her time is eaten up by being afraid he's not going to choose her.
She's scared of not being good enough.
Yeah. And it's like, do you want to be with someone who feels pressured when you just ask where they're at with their feelings? Do you want to be with someone who, to get back at you, pretends he doesn't want to be with you and that tells you can walk away right now? We can break up and go our separate ways because you asked where he's at emotionally. I mean, if you really sat down and analyzed that, and with someone who the whole day is ruined because he refuses to just tell you and he won't reassure you. All of this is happening because Dave is not meeting Amber's needs. That's why this whole conversation's happening.
Right.
And she's concerned. He's not meeting my needs. Is he going to choose me? That's something to think about, to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a little bit kind of weak in some ways of that. Like, he starts acting like that and she just sits there like, and it's like, you don't have to do this. You can decide you don't want to be with him. Yeah. Just a thought.
But that's like kind of what you're saying, that stems from insecurity of like needing someone else's like approval to be able to feel good about yourself, as opposed to just being like, no, fuck you, I'm awesome, all right? Like, yeah. See you later then.
Like, you should be glad that I'm asking where you are emotionally. Congratulations, I give a fuck where you are emotionally. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I feel like he's just so mean to her.
This is also the guy that got pissed off at salsa dancing, though,
I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that.
I'm not fucking dancing. Not you got some salsa.
Right. Like, do you want to be with the guy who, like, you're just trying to salsa dance, and he can't dance, and he's getting sweaty and causing an embarrassing, horrible scene?
Probably not.
No. I mean, I feel like they just fight all the time.
But once she did because Dave admits he's being a dick, that was his battle tactic.
Yeah.
That once she realized what he was doing, they somehow hit it off like perfectly. They're like,
because she shoved her needs to the side. Because she said, "Oh, Dave got upset, and I don't want to deal with. It's not worth dealing with this anymore." Now Dave's happy. Dave's laughing. Great. I'll go along with this because I want to keep the peace because I want him to choose me. I'm not going to keep dragging this on and stressing Dave out because then he might not choose me. So it's all settled. It's all on Dave's emotions. That's what I see.
No, I didn't see that at all. That's a very good perspective. Wow, it's like having a male and female perspective commentating on a show about marriage might actually be beneficial.
Yes.
But then why are we so single?
Probably because we won't settle for Dave's. If we were more like Amber and shoved our needs to the side.
There's a Dave out there.
There's a Dave out there for everyone.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any more on them?
Oh, one more thing I'll say is Dave continuously being like, "Oh, maybe I'm not there yet, ready to be married. Maybe I'm not ready to be married." Hey, remember when you signed up to be on Married at First Sight?
Yeah, that's a good point. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, I'm not ready to be married. Then why the fuck did you marry a total stranger? Because you wanted to be married.
He's such a fuckboy. Like, the stuff that he says when he's like, "No, like, just give me, I just need to see. I don't know. It's like, Dave, you joined a show knowing you were going to marry someone. I'm predicting, personally, that Dave doesn't want to stay married to Amber, and he wants them to just date after the show.
That's a bold prediction.
I know. That's my prediction.
And I can totally see that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, let's get the annulment and just fucking date. Which is not going to work out at all.
No, Amber's going to lose it.
No. And then she'll probably get upset because he's
going to want her to move into her own place, too. Because he's going to be like, we should take it slow.
And then he's going to want her to change her hair color to brunette.
Yeah. Oh, my God, that. I've been looking at her hair and seeing, like, how blonde. It's very platinum. It's very platinum.
It looks very dead.
Yeah, it looks like it's very dry. It's so lifted. It needs some help.
What's lifted mean?
That's like how the hair goes like dark to light. You have to like lift the hair to be able to like take all the pigment out. Like the follicle. Yeah, it like lifts and all the pigment drains.
I thought you meant like lifted like it was just standing up on end.
No, I mean it's platinum.
Oh. Yeah. I learned something today.
More power to her, but she needs a treatment.
You heard it, Amber.
Amber, watch out. The show's from like 2 years ago, but Dave's going to try to just date you. I'm calling it.
Just look into the future and watch our show.
I'm calling it.
Mm-hmm. All right. We on to our predictions, top moron of the week now?
I have one other thing to say.
All right, say it.
One of the things I want to say about this show that I've noticed is each individual is very scared and insecure about if the other one is going to choose them at the end.
Yes.
And I was thinking, like, in real dating world, if they were just dating, would they also be afraid of that? Because you don't necessarily have a deadline. Like, maybe you have society kind of impose deadlines of, like, get married, have kids, whatever. But, like, if we meet and know each other for 7 weeks, we're not like, okay, on the 8th week, like, is he my boyfriend? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't exist.
Right.
So I wonder, like,
would they benefit from actually just dating as opposed to being married?
Yeah, I think if all of these people dated and were not married, Tristan and Mia would have broken up.
Yeah.
Amber and, I almost called him Mike, Dave would have broken up.
And Bobby and Danielle might actually
would have stayed together. And I don't think Bobby would have been all I love you yet.
Yeah, because he wants to make sure the fish stays on the hook.
Well, I don't know about that. I think it's more that they wouldn't be so immersed in each other's lives to make him feel like Plus, Bobby's kind of romantic. He's like, you're my wife. You know? Like, he's like, you're my wife. Like, the whole thing is, like, are they going to choose to stay married at the end? But Bobby's already, you're my wife. So we know he's going to choose her, you know?
Yeah, no, it's just like you said. If two people are dating, they're not going to be like, is he going to be my boyfriend at week 8? Or he's going to say no. Yeah, I guess
they would
putting
just
that kind of
leave
pressure,
if they didn't like it.
Putting that kind of pressure does make you want to, like, you know, put yourself up on a higher pedestal to make yourself look more more appetizing, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Right. That's why, like, Amber's like, oh, let me stop because, like, Dave's upset and I need him to choose me. Mm-hmm. Would she just be like, well, fuck you? Like, you can't fucking say what you want?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like,
people should be themselves to the best extent that they can that's not hurting someone else. And if someone doesn't like that and doesn't choose you for that, then fuck you.
Then fuck that. You don't need that. And also, just don't be so afraid of that. Like, anytime you date someone or you be with someone, you're basically agreeing to be like, yeah, there's a 99% chance this won't work out and I'll get my heart broken. There's, like, honestly a 1% chance that it works out.
But the people who we see on this dating show are people that have obviously been burned over and over again through dating and stuff. And they think that people who are married are in the ultimate, they're elite. They're cloud 9, on cloud 9. So if they can, you know, skip all the steps leading up to getting to cloud 9 and just be on cloud 9, then they're instantly happy.
You're right, because this was a big thing we talked about at the beginning of the show and throughout, that they don't understand what it takes to work to get a marriage. They just want the marriage. They're not, yes, okay. That brings it back. Oh my God. That, like, brought it all full circle. Love it.
Good way to wrap up this before we get to the final episode next week.
Okay, so predictions. Who's your top moron of the week?
Dave.
Why?
Because he's being bashful for the sake of being bashful. Just because he's stubborn. That's what it is. He's immature. He's being totally stubborn instead of just, like, just say what you feel, you know?
I know.
Like, honesty has always been the best policy, no matter what, whether it hurts the person or it doesn't hurt the person. But as long as you're being honest with the intent of being good and coming across, you know,
right,
with pure intentions, whatever happened will happen. But at least you'll know that you said what you had to say honestly, as opposed to just being like, nope, I'm going to be stubborn and not going to say what I feel, and I'm just going to just be a dick.
Right. No, I agree. I think that my top moron is I'm choosing Amber because
top moron versus top moron. What makes your moron better than my moron?
Mine is, no offense, I do like Amber a lot and I actually feel bad for her, but I would just say because she keeps kind of like trying to push against Dave's brick wall and not think about what does she want. She's so obsessed with what does Dave want. So I think that's moronic.
Okay. And based on this week's episode, who is going to last?
Bobby and Danielle. I think Tristan and Mia are going to get married or stay married, but divorce later. And then I think, like I said about Amber and Dave, I think Dave's going to try to date Amber.
Yes.
What do you think?
I think Bobby and Danielle are definitely going to stay married.
Yeah.
I think Mia and Tristan... I kind of think someone... I think one of them's going to say no.
Which one?
I don't know. I my prediction's not that in depth, but I think
I know. I'm on that side too, but because they make up so fast, I'm like maybe they'll just be blinded.
They might, but my prediction is that one of them is going to say no, and the only reason they say yes is to save face for on camera. And Amber and Dave, I think they're not going to stay married.
Yeah.
So
I can see that. Yeah.
So I think, but of course, what happens like every other season, every single one of them says yes and then breaks up off camera. But
yeah,
this is how I would imagine if they were all being purely honest with each other, that's how it'd go.
Yeah.
Danielle and Bobby, yes. Me and Tristan, no. Amber and Dave, no.
Mia and Tristan, I would say yes, and then break up a week later. Because they're dumb, and I can just see them doing that.
Yeah.
And be like, Tristan would be like, Mia said she wants a divorce. And then I can see...
when did they become, like, southern, like, bakery, like, old grandma ladies?
They're from Texas. That's just how I imagine they sound. And then I can see Dave, honestly, being like, yeah, I just want to date you. Let's just be chill. Let's have no pressure situation.
All right, do you think that if they go that route that they'll actually make it?
No. It's Dave's way of, like, slowly sliding out. Like, his way of having no pressure and comfortably being able to be like, no, we're not divorcing. We're breaking up. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good prediction.
This is why Dave's, like, 40 and alone.
He's 37.
Yeah, he's 40. We're rounding up.
Hey. Don't make fun of people in their 30s. You don't know how
I'm not.
You don't know how emotionally fragile they are.
I'm going to know pretty soon, number one. And number two, I'm not. I'm just saying Dave.
Right.
Drives women away.
I'm just speaking on my own insecurities, goddammit, Ariana.
Well, I did earlier about my makeup.
All right. I think that's it.
I think that's it. We're back.
We're back. It's good to see you guys again.
Yeah, and
you and you
and you
and you and you should probably stop drinking Dr. Pepper all the time while watching us on the couch on your laptop.
Comment below if you would like more interaction with the shrimp. I love them.
All right. How do we usually close things out? Do we just say bye?
See ya. Oh, you know what? Find us on YouTube, burpod.com. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts. That's Apple Music, I guess. No, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify.
You see what COVID did to us? It totally threw us off our rhythm.
Yeah.
But I think we got it.
We
think we found our footing.
Listen to us.
Yeah, just listen to us.
Just listen to us.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.